Hello, everybody, and welcome back to basically an original Building and Chatting podcast episode. Today, we have WM Productions, and because me and WM were just like, we have to bring it back somehow. And, well, the only way I did do the Skyrim episode because, WM was like, I don't know when I can do it. But we got him back for a Revival Episode 2 to bring it full circle and talk about Cobra Kai Season 6. Of course, on Building and Chatting, we talked about Season 5. Now we're talking about Season 6. And also, WM and everybody out there, every episode we made of Building and Chatting podcast up to episode 18, which was the Velma episodes, I am going to compile them all into a giant compilation, put them on this channel, so this channel will have every single episode of Building and Chatting. And then the Building and Chatting channel, we'll see what happens with it. But I think we want to keep it on here for now because this is our main podcast. I think it's best to keep it on both our channels instead of one separate one. So I think that's the best move for now, especially with WM being busy and possibly retiring. But we'll talk about that later. Yeah. How are you doing, man? It's been a while.
Good. It has.
Classroom's back after everyone thought you RIP'd. So, like I said, you left us with I Am Kang, and then you were gone. So it's fine though. We are so happy you're back. But I mean, today it is about Cobra Kai Season 6, and then we can talk more about you at the end. Just, a quick wrap up, see where you're going to go from here, all that. But first of all, we're going to, and me and WM talked about this a little beforehand, we are just going to cover all 5 episodes in one brief thing here because all 5 connect together so well that you have to keep going after episode 1. You can't just say episode 1 and then talk about what happened. Like, it all goes together. So let's start this first part talking about the first episode, and then we'll move on to the others as we go through. All right. So WM, here, how about this? Because there's 5 episodes. I think we could I'll start episode 1. You can do 2, and like you said, I will recap you if you need anything. Then I'll go do 3. You can do 4, and I'll do 5. I think that works. All right, we'll see how it goes. Whoever remembers most about that episode will do it. Okay. But all right, let's go now. Episode 1. Peacetime in the Valley. Terry Silver's gone, and everyone's happy. And then is it near the very end? Like, Daniel and Johnny, they're having fights about what to name the dojo, and just normal Daniel Johnny stuff. But the main thing that happened at the end was that Johnny got a text on his phone, an unknown number, saying Cobra Kai never dies. And so he's like, oh god, it's Kreese. But at the end, it's just revealed to be Stingray. Just made a makeshift Cobra Kai in the woods over here. And then at the end of the episode, we see that, of course, Kreese goes back to, it's Japan, right? He goes back to somewhere Japan. Yeah, he goes back there, and that's where he meets Singh, right? Master Singh and all them. Yeah. And that's where he's like, get me Master Singh, and then episode 1 ends. So Kreese is back, but that's episode 1. It's just everyone's kind of happy, and in between the kids get into some fights with other kids. It's Cobra Kai, it happens. But mainly, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I was really excited when that the intro came on with the Oreo Speedwagon and the montage of for Peacetime in the Valley. and I was really
Yeah.
And then the rest of the season happened, which we'll get into.
It's the first episode sets everything up to where you're like, okay, let's go, and then it just keeps going, which is good. You want it to keep just going straight. So
yeah, episode 2, I think the prize. It's titled right, and this is the one with like Kreese now in the. Oh, yeah, Kreese is in Japan, I believe, and he's with his old master, Master Kim, and he's like doing his thing, and then he's alive somehow because it starts with a flashback. He's like 100 something. I mean, it wouldn't be a problem, but like the makeup, it's kind of takes you out of it, little side points.
Oh, are you talking about Master Singh?
Yeah, Master Kim, isn't it?
Oh, Master Kim. Yeah, sorry.
And then, so he goes back there and meets up with the new Cobra Kai that his granddaughter is running now, and they send him on a mission into a cave.
This is episode 2, the prize. So yeah, but yeah, go.
And he has to like face his fears and like his weaknesses.
His demons. Basically his demons.
And he does that by first physically, it's like he has to chase a snake down and like kill it or take a knife from it.
Take the knife from it. Yeah.
And that then leads to him being in a cave, and it's like a vision of Johnny, and he it's not actually Johnny, but like his mind and stuff. And
it's Scarecrow toxin. Scarecrow.
Yeah. And he fights him in the cave and then beats
Dream
him.
Johnny.
Like, yeah, chokes him, and then that gives him like, the power to
you are forgetting one crucial detail here. He snaps that man's neck. He snaps Dream Johnny's neck. That crack was the most brutal neck snap I've ever heard in any TV show. Bro, it was like you could literally hear the bones breaking. It was terrible. It was like I was like, dude, God, it made me cringe. I'm sorry. It's just that. And also in like episode 1 or 2, that's also the thing with Kyler, where he beats up those dudes from that frat. Oh yeah, that's fine. WM has to go grab his charger, so I'll talk about episode 2 a little more. In episode 1 or 2, Kyler and Miguel, Hawk, and Dimitri and Bucks beat a whole fraternity because they were assholes to him. So, I mean, while you're dealing with John Kreese, you're dealing with flipping, Cobra kids over here beating everybody up. So, it was fun.
Are you talking about the frat party?
The frat party where they beat everybody up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in like the same episode. So,
and I think it was the episode 2 where Johnny and Chosen were like looking for a house.
Yes, that was the same. That's the same episode too. Yeah.
Oh wait, we forgot about the amusement park fight in episode 1.
Oh, with Kenny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was the arcade one, and then they didn't fight, and then Robbie's trying to get Kenny back to doing Miyagi-Do and come to the dojo. And so, I want to be your friend again. And Sean, which was, of course, a guy that Robbie met in prison, Juvie, he said, don't touch my brother, man. And then, and then they leave. And then the amusement park, he goes to the amusement park where they're playing like baseball or something. And then they have a big fight, and then Sean's like, Kenny, we gotta get out of here. Cops are coming. And then Sean, they go back to their house, and then Sean's like, dude, you gotta go. They want you to be better. They want to help you. Go be with them. Trust Keen a little bit. And so I thought that was a really big moment. Brother bonding. Family bonding is what shows have needed for a while, because a lot of shows now steer away from the family and want to show like, oh, we can do this by ourselves. We're independent. No. You gotta. There's always gotta be someone that will help you. At your
Yeah.
worst, someone will always be there. So, and Kenny felt betrayed, but he didn't know what to do. It's a whole arc right now, so very important.
At the end of
And
episode
that was
2, I think.
yeah. Is
it concludes
episode
with, like,
2?
what?
Sorry. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think episode 2 concludes with like Johnny getting a job with Daniel, and then he like sells a car
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Leo Auto.
yeah. Because Daniel's like, Johnny, you need to get a job, and he says, "Why? Why? I thought you offered me a job." And and
Yeah.
and then Daniel's like, "No, you got to find somewhere else." And then Daniel and his wife are talking, and they're like, "Well, he can do something else." And then Johnny's out here selling like multiple cars already, so it's a good one. That was funny. Oh, and then wait, it might have been episode 3 when they go to. No, the end of episode 2 is when they start to do the house stuff, and then the beginning of episode 3 is when they find that other guy that helps them. Remember, because it leads into that part where they're looking for a house still.
Yeah.
So, I think it's episode 3 where he gets the job and then he goes searching for a house. So that's episode 3, but we can go right into it now because since we talked about everything in episode 1 and 2, peacetime in the valley. They get Kenny back and Kreese is back. Boom, there you go. and then Johnny's looking for a house at the end of episode 2. Episode 3 he's looking for a house because a sewer pipe exploded in their apartment. So boom, there. Episode 3. Episode 3. I can't remember what this one's called. It's like episode 3 because this one was deep. Or was it? No. I'm wrong. It was episode 4 and 5 that were the deep ones. The really like pull out your heartstrings ones.
Sleeper.
Sleeper is 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So this was well, Johnny and Chosen find someone to help them with the house. It's someone that Johnny used to go to school with Daniel. And he's like, Johnny Lawrence, and and then he says, if you can pay the rent, I'll help you get a house. And that's how episode 3 starts. And then you might need to help me here because it was in the middle. I'm kind of blanking on it a bit. But I know they're also preparing for the Taikai. I know that's part of it. They bring. Oh, what? I remember. This is where they bring Barnes in to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they can't.
Kreese and that new like Cobra Kai people though, right? Like the rebellious one. Quan.
Yeah, Quan. Yeah, and Kreese helps him stop. He helps him from being a distraction to everyone else, and he then becomes one of their. He does it by he's like pain is the biggest motivator, and then Quan goes and beats up all of the like best students in the class because they tried to hit him and beat him up, and then Kreese is like he has shown he is worthy, and that's how he becomes part of their team for Taikai. And yeah.
I remember why this one was called Sleeper now. It's because of like the Sam and Tori, the sleepover with Johnny.
Oh, the sleepover. That's right. Yes, this was a good one. Yeah,
because their aggression is all gone.
Yeah, because BFFs now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one was good. And then he's trying to get them to hate each other with the Ouija board. Oh, that was a good one. And then he steals Robbie and Miguel's phones to make them jealous and all this. But I mean, Johnny's plan worked. They got their mojo back after the argument outside the house. So I mean, they did he did accomplish something. They got their groove back.
This episode also starts the Mr. Miyagi plot.
Oh, yes. If you see my name, Miyagi, don't hit that person. I mean, that starts this plot. Yeah. The Miyagi plot is dang because Johnny is like, well, here, I'll take the girls, help them get their groove back. That's when they go to Lee's house to have the sleepover, and then uh, Daniel, his wife, and Chosen. Is his wife's name Amanda?
Yeah,
I think it's
David.
David. David, Amanda, and Chosen. They're putting Chosen into Mr. Miyagi's like shrine or garage, or in his room, Mr. Miyagi's room. They're putting him in there, and then they're moving the bed, and on the floor is a trap door, and they pull this box out, and they're like, and Amanda's like, open it. Mr. Miyagi was great. He was a great man. And then Daniel and Chosen are like, no, I mean, you never know what could happen if you open the box. You may not want to find what's there. But Amanda's like, come on, do it. And what's in that box, WM? I want you to do this.
It's like records of like he had an assault on a person at like a boxing
Yeah.
club, like beating them up.
Yeah. And then there is one more thing in that box. I'll reveal it until the end of the season. So we're not spoiling that yet. But okay, so then they tracked down the address where they said that Mr. Miyagi lived, and it's a boxing gym. And they Daniel, Amanda, and Chosen go there. Then they pull out Mr. Miyagi's picture. A dude sees the wallet, thinking it's a cop, and he runs out the back door. And then Chosen and Daniel and Amanda chase him down. And then he's like, I thought you all were the feds. And then they show him, do you know this man? And he said, that's Miyagi. He helped my father build this gym, man. And then he said, I heard the story. I don't know what it's about. Maybe he did it for a good reason. He said Mr. Miyagi was always nice to us, and that's all we know. That's all we know.
The episode ends with like the big reveal of Cobra Kai. I mean, Sagai Taikai.
Yeah. Yeah. When they bring Barnes in because they're indecisive. They're indecisive about who should be the top champion. So they bring Barnes in to judge everybody. And of course, the top 6. Oh, no, top 12. 12, right?
No, but isn't that before it? Because like they're watching the iPad with like Hawk, and the announcer comes on and he like announces that's only 6.
Oh,
the next one.
Oh yeah, only 6. Yeah, it's only 6, and it's gonna be in Spain.
Yeah.
And then that's when they're like, well, who's going to be the top 6? Everyone's talking about it. Johnny and Daniel can't decide.
So that's 4, right, then? Next?
Well, 4 starts right after they choose the 12. Because remember? Because it's intercut with Tori's story. And 4 and 5. So, yeah, that's why I was... But in episode... No, at the end of episode 3, Barnes chooses 12 people that he thinks is, worthy to be in the Sagai Taikai. And then he says, come back tomorrow and we'll decide the top 6. And that's where episode 3 ends. They bring Barnes in to help them, so they're not biased. And boom, that's where episode 3 ends. And episode 4, is this... Yeah, episode 4 opens with Tori. Because it's John Kreese finding her.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, "You should be my champion." And then she's like, "I'm not your champion. Well, she doesn't say anything, but she's simping for Robbie. We all know it. What? No, they might have already. She still might want to give Robbie that hot chwa. Okay, we all know it. But so she's like, I'm with them. And then and then I know that other part's at the end, so we'll cover that at the end for episode 4. With Tori. Tori has a whole arc right now. But the next thing is where
it's like the captains, right? Figuring the captains.
No, it's top 6.
Oh,
yeah. Remember, because the 12 had to compete.
Yeah,
and then they get their top 6, which is Miguel, Robbie, Tori, Sam, Lee, and Dimitri.
Yeah.
Or Hawk and Dimitri.
It was someone I know gets out, and then it's Hawk because he wasn't going to be in originally because like the.
But that's episode 5. That's 5. But I'm talking. I think it's Lee and Dimitri is the original 6.
Yeah.
Or it was someone else. No, Lee gets out. And then Johnny said, can you give him one more chance? Just to see what they can do. One more chance.
Yeah.
But they know that Miguel, Robbie, Tori, and Sam are the top 4. They're the team captains. And then it's between it's between 4 other people. I remember. It's between they're the final 8. And it's between Hawk, Dimitri, Lee, and Kenny.
Yeah.
And then that's for episode 5. And then Johnny's like, bro, he goes to Barnes. He's like, bro, you got to give Lee a chance here. And he's like, I don't know about that, Johnny. And then Johnny beats his ass. So he's like, okay, we'll have a competition. We'll figure this out. I'll walk through it again. But they have a competition between the final 4 so they can see who will become the final 2, if that makes sense. There's 4 people competing for the final 2 spot. And then this is where the most devastating arc in all of Cobra Kai happens. Get ready, everybody. I'm going to let you cover what happens at the very end, because the very end of this episode is that scene. So what happens is Tori is at the doctor's office, at the hospital, getting her mom's medication, trying to, help her out. Because this was at the beginning of the episode. This is why she was walking out of the hospital and Kreese finds her. Or maybe that's episode 5. It's either one, he finds her outside the hospital, and either one, right? But no, it would be episode 4, because the devastating event didn't happen yet. So he finds her, she says no. She gets her mom's meds after doing her Miyagi-Do training. She's so happy to tell her mom what's going on. And WM, what happened?
Her mom died on the floor.
Yeah, her mom had they don't reveal this until episode 5. She finds her mom. Well, she's not fully dead yet. She's still breathing, but it's very clearly wanting you to be like, shit's gone down. Like this is a big moment. And then right after that,
yeah, with her hand in the fist.
The hand in the fist. She was, because she's a fighter. But we're going to episode 5 because it covers all of the mom, Tori and her mom. And also the final 2 spots. Let's go.
So Robbie and Miguel fight.
And who becomes team captain for the males?
Robbie
becomes team captain for the males. And then intercut with this is Tori at the hospital. Her mom has passed away from a blood clot tumor, something like that. And Tori's pissed. She's like, "You've been working with her for years. You should have caught this." And she was like, and then the doctor's like, "Tori, we did everything we can." And then Tori's like, "Not enough," and slams like the tissue box or something.
Yeah.
And then walks out. And then the whole episode, she's just, sad and stuff. And then it goes to a flashback of her and her mom. And what was that flashback, WM?
A flashback?
The cap and the fighting thing.
They're drawing, right?
She's drawing on the floor, yeah.
Yeah, and then she's like, I can't remember.
Do you want me to do this part?
Yeah, I think you can do it better.
Okay, so she's drawing two mermaids with a mermaid prince. And her mom's like, "What are you drawing?" And then her mom and Tori, she puts Tori on the couch, and she was looking at it, and she's like, "Well, what who are these ladies?" And she's like, "They're mermaids." And I see the tail now, her mom says. And then she said, "What are they doing?" And she said, "Well, the prince is protecting the mermaids." And her mom's like, "Do you really need do they really need a prince to protect them? I think they could be fighters together." And then her and then Tori looks down at her mom's arm, and it's bruised, like, domestic abuse. I know that's a very touchy subject, but her mom has been getting abused by, I don't know if it's the boyfriend or husband of the mom. We don't, it's not very clear. We don't fully know how related they are, but she's been abused by her partner. And she says, "We will always be fighters." And then Tori finds like a water bottle cap or like a Sprite cap or something and paints it purple. And that is the sign of showing that they are both fighters. And the thing the mom had clenched in her hand in episode 4 was that cap. That was what was in her hand, saying that she was trying to fight through all her struggles, fight through her pain, to be there for her children and her family. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, Cobra Kai. What the It's like we have all this fun, Miguel can get pushed off of the school balcony and break his back and things, but you never expect someone to fully die. But we knew Mr. Miyagi, right? We knew that he was the setup for this whole show. One of the main setups for Daniel to do what he wanted to do. And even Johnny and Chosen, everyone is connected through Miyagi. We get that. But and I know it's because of Tori's plot this episode, but it is just so, just heartbreaking, because I've dealt with something like this in my life. Losing someone I really cared about, someone I thought I could always talk to, and then you feel like you're alone in the world. And then, or you lose that connection to someone that's very important. Even if it's just they got away, they don't like you anymore, whatever. Anything where
Is this when I stopped uploading?
Huh?
Is this when I stopped uploading?
No. Thankfully, I've always been friends with WM, still am to this day. But it's like, it's. I was sad that your videos ended because they're funny. They are funny. But I wasn't sad that you left. You explained it to me. You told me much in advance.
Yeah.
Because I think you left in March or April of last year. But you told me in like January or February. I knew it was coming. So, but yeah, and so Tori's not answering the phone. And the final part of this is Sam gets placed up on the pedestal. And she's like, where's Tori? And Tori comes in there wanting to be a fighter to take down Sam. She wants to be there for Robbie too, and her and Robbie are going to take this tournament by storm. She beats Sam for 2 rounds. Sam beats her 1 time. Tori beats her 2. And then Amanda gets a call from the hospital. And then they're like, Daniel, stop this fight. And then because they found out her mom died. And
and Johnny's like, well, they should keep going.
he's like, I'm the ref. They can keep going. And she's like, no, they can't. Something happened. He's like, what? And then Tori's like, my mom died. She screams it. And then they're telling her all to calm down. We can help you. Maybe you shouldn't fight right now. And that's the thing that made her mad and storm off, is because she's like, I don't want to be told what to do. And what happens next? How about you cover the ending? Because I think you got this part.
Yeah, that like leads into the Johnny and Daniel. They go into the dojo room.
Yeah.
And then they have like this big argument about they should have kept fighting or not. And then Johnny's like, she was working through it, and like that's how I want to do when my mom died. And then it's like Miyagi, and he insults Miyagi, and Daniel punches him. And so they're basically on bad terms now.
And then
split up, like in season 4, they stay together, but it's just like for the sake of the kids. And then
for the sake of the kids, he says, I'm staying together in this partnership until we can get get out until finish the Saikai Taikai, and then we're done. That's what he says. So
and then like cuts to them arriving at the Saikai Taikai for like pre-fight stuff, I think.
Yep.
And then the lineup comes in for Cobra Kai, and then Tori has rejoined them.
Yep, Quan, the other dude. No, it was a girl, Quan, the guy Quan beat up, Tori, Kreese, and then the girl that was with Terry Silver. So all of them. Yeah. So that is the end of Cobra Kai season 6, part 1. There's still 2 more parts to this, and part 3 doesn't come out till next year. WM will probably be gone again. but no, seriously, that's all for the Cobra Kai discussion. But before we end it,
the series as a whole, the season as a whole, I think we gotta go into.
Yeah, I think I can pull WM back from retirement just to cover the season, and then I'll let him drift away if he wants to. But we'll see. We'll see what he says. But I honestly want to give this first part, because I don't want to judge too harshly, because this is a first part out of 10 more episodes. So I actually am going to give Cobra Kai season 6 part 1 a 10 out of 10. I have to say it. This season just did everything for me. I never lost interest. I never thought any of it was really cringy. I like some of the other seasons, I just was like, some stuff with the kids just got too just cringe. Some of it did. But this was good. Like, they had the characters set up, everything was ready, and then they just went from there. And they did good. They did good.
Yeah, so this is interesting because, like, even before we started recording today, you said you thought that this was like potential to be the best season. Well, I think this was like the worst season so far for me.
Ooh, split down the middle.
Yeah.
Well, let's see, WM. Why is that?
I mean, like, for one thing, starters, like, I love the characters, but and like it's nice to see them, but like the main conflict and stuff of the whole show was like pretty much resolved by the start of the season with like the symbol of like fathers and like Johnny and Miguel and Robbie, and like everyone's good now basically. So like, and then you still have the Saikai Taikai, and then so you got that to do, but then also Kreese. A lot of people like him, but like I don't think he's been that good since like season 3. Honestly, it's kind of been like a downhill. Like, he's weird this season.
Yeah, he's been a little weird, but I feel that we'll start to see why.
And
Because
then yeah,
I agree why though, because Johnny Lawrence was revealed to be his biggest weakness. And everything around the show is Johnny's show, so him winning over and over and over again, Kreese thinking he can never win, and he keeps winning. I think Kreese's mental state is being broken right now, and that's what is the big key with that too. I think, but also we did forget one thing: Lee and Dimitri become the final two, and then when Tori leaves, Hawk gets in there.
oh yeah,
So it is. But besides, I think it's a pretty good season so far. I don't want to. If it's not 10 out of 10, it's definitely for me like 8, 9 out of 10 for sure. It's not terrible. Of course, do I wish there's more? Of course, but that's what a part one's supposed to do. It's supposed to leave you with wanting more until the next part. So
yeah.
I can't really say that's a bad thing.
But also, like, I feel like the writers, it could be like resolved in the later seasons. A lot of stuff. Uh,
Yeah,
I mean, not later seasons, later editions.
parts. Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but like, how's he like traveling? Like, he's a fugitive, and he's like showing up all around the globe with like Tori and stuff.
Yes. That's my. I would guarantee he knows some shady people though.
Yeah,
I get because we saw in the first season he knows a lot of people. He has connections, so I wouldn't put it past it.
and I heard a theory that like he killed Tori's mother or something. I really hope that's not the case. And that's why her hand was like in a fist. She was like trying to like save herself.
I have a. Can I do a fan theory?
Yeah.
I have a theory about who Tori's father is.
Who?
I think it's Kreese.
Hmm.
Because he was like interested in her from the start. Like he knew who she was
He did?
already. No, he did. No, it makes it. He makes it seem like she's new to him. But isn't it kind of weird that we've never really seen her father before, or not really a lot of things? Because didn't she say she had a stepdad now, or something, or like?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, who's her real dad? And it could be Kreese or it could be Silver. I mean, but Kreese seems the most likely because they're trying to tie him into every character. So, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, and Mr. Miyagi was in the Saikai Taikai. There, Mr.
Oh yeah,
Miyagi.
that's the end. The reveal with the headband or
Yeah,
whatever it's called in karate.
yeah. And Mr. Miyagi definitely hit some people. But but yeah, I think now that we're kind of in the middle on Cobra Kai, I think it's pretty good. You think it's pretty middling, not the best, not the worst.
Yeah. I still
But
enjoy it, but like even season
yeah,
5 I liked more so far.
season 5 was great, but we always got to remember too with season 5, all those episodes are like out immediately.
Yeah.
So, but I love season 5.
A lot of people sorry.
It's fine.
A lot of people didn't like Mr. Miyagi, like his character potentially like being changed and stuff.
A
And altered.
criminal.
Yeah, I didn't mind it though. Even if it like becomes not true, I thought it was interesting to do. An interesting thing to do.
I think it's leading into something though. I think it's leading into being something that it's like Mr. Miyagi was never bad, but he did take that necklace from a bad person to like protect it or something. We don't. I think that's what it is. I think it's a protection thing, not that he beat somebody up randomly.
Yeah, it's still like a very interesting thing to do for like how it affects Daniel.
Yeah, because Daniel's been tripping too. Everyone's been tripping. Cobra Kai season 6, we all be tripping here, but
Yeah.
but
And the Dimitri and Hawk stuff, I'm kind of mixed about that as well.
Okay, that takes it down from a 10 to a 9. The Dimitri and Hawk stuff was so annoying. Like, shut the fuck up. I agreed with Hawk. Like, dude, it's getting annoying, bro. You talk about this every 5 episodes. Get a
Yeah,
hold of
Dimitri, he's kind of unbearable this season.
No, to me, Dimitri's only thing is MIT, and I want to screw my girlfriend. And the girlfriend wanted to get a hot chwa when he was so confident about himself.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
So I don't even know where that's gonna go. Because it's not like the most dramatic thing, but also like they're not really
Listen,
talking about
listen. There better be no hot chwas in the restroom or something on this season of Cobra Kai. I mean,
it just felt out of place, kind of, for that kind of arc.
well, we know already. Saikai Taikai is going to be the second 5. I mean, it's already like we already kind of know it. The Saikai Taikai is going to be 6 through 10.
Yeah,
So that
what's it gonna be 10 or 15? Makes you wonder.
6 through 10, so 11 through 15 is going to be. I guarantee there's a time skip. And it's like Miguel, Robbie, Tori, and Sam like passing it on to a new generation. I guarantee it. And then you have Cobra Kai, the next generation, or some shit. I don't know. I guarantee WM. I guarantee there's a time skip.
A time skip?
I guarantee it goes into the future. Like Miguel and Robbie are their kids. That's what I'm saying. I think it's a time skip. Huh?
Like different actors for them too?
No, I probably.
Wow.
Because think about it. The whole show is about family and generations. It's about Johnny and his son. It's about Johnny and Miguel. It's about Daniel and Sam. Daniel and is it Al? What's his son's name? Anthony. That's it. Daniel and Anthony. Daniel and his kids.
Oh,
Chris and Tori.
I can't remember her name. Devin and Kenny.
Yeah.
That one with like the laxative or whatever. That felt more.
Yeah, where he. Yeah. But I love that though, because you are like, it's Anthony. It has to be Anthony. And then she throws the Miralax in the can. And she's like, oh, I'm fine. Going home now. Yeah, that's how she gets the final spot.
Yeah.
And that was when that's when the whole Tori stuff happened, where she joins Kreese and Hawk becomes the second one. But yeah, it was fun. The thing is it was a fun first part. Did it do much? No, it didn't. But was it fun? Did it entertain? Is it something that? Well, I remember this part. I remember the best elements of it, and that is the best thing. I can at least remember most of what happened. With some other things, and it's just fun, but then you go back to look at it, and then it's just like, what the hell happened? This was a fun show where I know what happened. So, and I actually pondered it. Like, yes, things were a little iffy here and there. I think the frat scenes could have been shortened. I think the first time that dude disrespected Kyler, it should have been an all-out war. He didn't have to do the suction cup. thing or whatever. But it's all right.
And it might be. We don't. It's unlikely, but we might have seen Mike Barnes and Chosen for the last time in this part.
Oh, I guarantee Chosen will be back after Saikai Taikai.
Yeah.
Barnes most likely. They gave like a goodbye to Barnes. He said farewell, gentlemen, and like that's the end. So we'll see.
I'm ready for Terry Silver to get involved.
I don't know if he will.
Wait, what? Is he like not? Is the actor not doing it?
I just think he's behind bars. Is that the story that he's behind bars still, so they can't do that?
Yeah,
like
he currently is in like a trial, I think.
But I don't think Terry Silver, like Terry got bested. He's not going to try again, I don't think.
I feel like you need to have a minute though. He was like such a big part for 2 seasons.
But well, true, because at the end of or in this whole show, they show the flashbacks of Kreese and Silver's right there. So maybe.
At least for like Kreese's character, like you gotta have him.
No, he'll be in it somehow, but I don't know if he'll be fighting everyone again. But we'll see. I think it's just we gotta see type thing, you know.
Yeah.
All right, man. I think that's it. But now, just real quick, tell everyone about yourself. Tell them what you're going to do in the future, and also tell them where they can find you, and if are you retiring? Maybe we'll see.
Currently, I got like the last few batches of episodes for my show releasing periodically, and beyond that, I'm still probably going to do like a couple short videos, maybe like Marvel movies that come out or something, and then even further than that, probably not looking too bright.
I mean, after Agatha, what do you have? But
another show, it would kind of be hard to do, but yeah, you never know. I might find inspiration in something, and then
but I
Classroom 2.0.
Maybe you can do the time skip. But
you're onto something with that. Not to give too much away.
We'll see. We'll talk about something maybe, but that's a good plan. I'm not going anytime soon. Don't worry, everybody. I'm not doing the WM retreat. I won't be gone for like a year and then just mysteriously pop back up again. But I've done that before and it killed me. But I had to do it because there were just too many things going on at one point. But I'm back now, so I'm staying. Well, yeah, Funko Fusion this week. When this goes up, it will be probably this Wednesday or Thursday is when the first part goes up.
The one thing I could see myself doing is like maybe like a full movie of Lego.
Nice.
But I need like a good idea, so if anyone's got any that they'd want to see, you could like let me know.
Yeah, talk to WM and you all can get a story made. Keep WM working a little longer. Save WM's channel. Hashtag save WM. That's the hashtag. But man, I think that to me, seeing the reaction on the Classroom videos now, where everyone's like, the GOAT is back. This episode's goated. I'm so glad you're back. Like, you have such a loyal community that a lot of people don't have. And I just feel like, you know, I know you can get bored of stuff and things, but I wouldn't say leave forever. I understand taking big breaks with the stuff you do. You do stop motion stuff. And that takes a lot more time than a video I can make. But I'm just saying that I wouldn't rule it out forever. I come back when you have something popular to post or you feel like you really got something good to do. But I wouldn't, because you're young and I don't think you want to ruin this opportunity because you're doing really good. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, man. Thank you. Thank you, WM. Thank everyone that watches this as well. Thank you to everyone that
Thank
will
you.
watch. Yes, and we are very happy to be back, and I think WM, like you said, we will be covering the final 10 episodes of Cobra Kai when they release. After that, WM is always welcome back. Like every guest I have on here is always a guest you will see some way, some form, a video collab, a podcast, whatever. But I am going to do something special. At the end of this year, every loyal YouTube friend I have, I want to do probably a big podcast with all of you and just, talk about the end of the year, what we liked, what we disliked, talk about everything. Just a big palooza. Doesn't have to be Lego, but just talk about everything we loved in the year and then cap off the year with a great thing. Then we have Cobra Kai in I think January. And then that's the probably the end. I of course I'll voice my characters for Classroom to help WM finish it out. After that, though, after Classroom, after the New Year, the end of the year celebration and Cobra Kai, that might be it for WM. I don't know. He will keep you informed, though. I can't all the
Yep.
time, but he will keep you informed on that. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.